The 5 furlong sprint races, or 5 furlong turf races, that is, are usually an interesting affair at Golden Gate, but not normally do they draw 10 entrants into it. And that's what we are dealing with in race number 7. Scratch 11 through 13, and that leaves us with a very contentious field, and the favorites are on the outside, not particularly where you'd like to be going 5 on the turf, but right now you're getting 5 to 2 apiece on both Reasonable Pride and Slicey. I was looking more at the inside of the gate with some speed, and that's Swingshift Deputy. Swingshift Deputy is going to make his very first turf appearance at the age of 4, but that pedigree doesn't really limit him as far as distance or surface goes, and he has handled the synthetic surface just fine, like a dirt surface. But Swingshift Deputy only did that last time around. That was his first foray out on anything that wasn't dirt, and he handled it, again, all right enough. That was a pretty salty allowance that came up, too. See, Tally won that day. He did finish behind London Legacy, but this horse did set the fractions most of the way around, and he might be clear of some of the other real blazing speed in here. You have to go out to Swiss Minister to find a horse that really has his sights set on getting the front end right away going 5. I don't know if Swiss Minister can do it either. Going back to those 2 races against straight 3-year-olds in June and July, Swiss Minister just fell into some fields that didn't have his degree of pace. He is very, very quick, though, and they'll probably have to keep Swiss Minister out of their hair early if anybody wants to go ahead and wire this bunch. Now, Luden's Gray comes from way out of it, but Luden's Gray was another one that does have some form in his past at 5 furlongs on the grass. You have to respect any horse that can go over to Gulfstream Park and do it in 55 and 2. That's exactly what he did in June. He just hasn't turned in a performance like that since then. Now, of course, the outside, too, as we mentioned before, taking the money. That's Slicey at 9 and Reasonable Pride at 4. Now, they're very different animals, but they do end up at the same odds with their recent performances over Golden Gate and Del Mar Turf. Now, Reasonable Pride is going to return to Golden Gate after a long reprieve. He's been at Pleasanton and Del Mar for the past couple of months, but he was very good and very speedy on both courses at Golden Gate earlier this spring when he was making that big comeback from April of 2015. Slicey. I don't need to tell you much more about him. 5 for 8 over this turf course. 2/3 to go along with that. Slicey is almost always in the mix when it comes to 5 on the turf. That's all you need to know. He's your favorite. You have 3 minutes to bet this one, and they're going to step on the turf shortly for it. Your 2-to-1 favorite remains Slicey. Exacta, trifecta, super, double, and pick 3 options, all available in this 5 furlong turf sprint. Good luck. 1 minute to post now. 1 minute. The horses will head to the starting gate very shortly. A field of 10 have arrived at the starting gate. It's time to put them in for the 7th. Swingshift Deputy will take the rail. Luden's Gray loads as well. Swingshift Deputy says no, but is being coerced into the gate slowly but surely. London Legacy will take the spot right next to him. Yes, I'm Wild loads in. Now Blow the Whistle takes his turn. The next two will be Nighttime Olympics and Slicey. Slicey currently on the board at 5-2. Swiss Minister is going to take a stroll in next. Reasonable Pride is the favorite on the outside at 6-5. El Rey Fernando will be the last one. El Rey Fernando walks up and in. 10 in, 10 out. Slow break for Slicey again. A lot of them on for the lead, but Swingshift Deputy is the fastest of them all on the inside. Swiss Minister setting out after him. Between runners is Nighttime Olympics, and back and forth, El Rey Fernando. Reasonable Pride is on the outside in 5th, just to the outside and neck in front of Luden's Gray. Slicey, after the slow break, has made his way up into 7th, but he's a wide 7th at that, just in front of Yes I'm Wild, who's 3 clear. From Blow the Whistle, he's another 2 in front of London Legacy, and Swingshift Deputy is running free on the front end. Swingshift Deputy has it by 3. Now on the inside, Nighttime Olympics takes up the running just to the inside of Swiss Minister. Right behind them, El Rey Fernando to the inside of Reasonable Pride. Slicey still 5 lengths behind Swingshift Deputy, who holds an open lead into the stretch, and Swingshift Deputy is going to try to hang on throughout. Now moving his way up into 2nd on the inside is Luden's Gray, but nobody is going to catch Swingshift Deputy at 10-1. He gets home over 45-1. Nighttime Olympics, who just hangs on for 2nd over Luden's Gray, and Reasonable Pride bombs away. 1, 4, 6, 10 in 57 flat. That order is still unofficial. The runner's still not off the turf course from the 7th race.